What has been rumored throughout the 2022 season has finally come to light. Binotto has finally left the position of team principal at Ferrari. The Tifosi have mixed feelings about this decision by Ferrari. However, the team released a very interesting statement to Binotto being released of his duties. Obviously, the Italian wasn't able to withstand the pressure of having his #1 driver turned against him, and now that the dust has settled regarding his future, what is the response of the team regarding Binotto's replacement? Before we get into that, let's see some of the possible replacements for Binotto at Ferrari, as the team would have to make a decision sooner rather than later. Mattia Binotto has been under constant pressure from the media and his drivers, especially Charles Leclerc. The fact that both of them weren't on speaking terms from Silverstone onward was enough for the team to orient themselves towards the superstar driver rather than the team principal. When it became clear that Leclerc was considering his options beginning in 2025, the team had to act quickly to meet his needs, which we believe were primarily to have a new team principal beginning in 2023. With that being said, who would be the most obvious replacement for Binotto? There's at least 10 names in Ferrari's shortlist, and 2 stand out above all. So let me fill you in on all the possible options as well as Ferrari's official response about the team's future. So stick with me to the end. Obviously, Leclerc has a very good relationship with Vasseur, the current team principal of Alfa Romeo. Fred was the team principal when Leclerc made his F1 debut in Alfa Romeo back in 2018, and it goes without saying that Vasseur had a massive impact on Leclerc's amazing rookie season. We doubt Leclerc would have been promoted to Ferrari after only 1 year with Alfa Romeo if it hadn't been for Vasseur's amazing shots and Leclerc's incredible driving ability. This is a feature that not even George Russell was able to achieve. On top of that, Vasseur has a very close relationship with the current manager of Leclerc, Nicolas Todt. Obviously, this is the most logical solution for Ferrari, and Sky F1 went to the extent of reporting that the deal has already been made and we are due for an announcement by the team. Still, when it comes to Ferrari, we can't expect anything until the moment it's announced. Why, you may ask yourself? Remember how Ferrari denied all rumors about Binotto's departure just 2 weeks ago? And here we are, with Binotto at the exit doors of the team. Sky F1 reported on this narrative, but this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the potential solutions for the team principal role of Ferrari. When talking about Vasseur, Sky F1's Craig Slater stated, "My understanding is the new boss would be Fred Vasseur, who is currently the boss of Alfa Romeo team. I think that's the kind of individual Ferrari want." But what he had to say about the next possible individual that Ferrari would want, Arrivabene, would truly shock you. The next logical solution would be Maurizio Arrivabene. Maurizio had been the team principal before Mattia Binotto, and after that, he took the role of chief executive officer of football club Juventus in Italy. However, a scandal is currently raging in this team, and he has been forced to resign. Therefore, could we see Arrivabene's comeback at Ferrari? According to Sky 1, the changes made at Juventus FC have been strongly rubber-stamped by John Elkann, who is the president of Ferrari. One couldn't help but wonder, is Elkann deciding the fate of Ferrari's team principal by himself? These changes at Juventus, you have to assume, have been rubber-stamped by John Elkann. They are not linked, and there is no sense of any financial wrongdoing at Ferrari. But it is worth noting the crossover of staff at executive level you have between Juventus and Ferrari. The current chief executive of Juventus, who is on his way out but will stay there in a caretaker role to transition of the appointment of the new board, is Maurizio Arrivabene, who was Binotto's predecessor as a team principal. Another very strong candidate who could replace Binotto is Franz Tost. Franz is currently the team principal for AlphaTauri, and with the team having a very strong seasons in 2020 and 2021, it's evident that they suffer from a massive downfall in performance in 2022. Furthermore, their star driver Pierre Gasly has left the nest and joined Alpine, fulfilling a long-held ambition of his, which is why Tost's current challenge at AlphaTauri is to keep to a minimum. But although the media believes that Tost will be one of the primary candidates for this role, the Maranello team has already offered him this position. However, the AlphaTauri principal declined it, and it seems he wants to bring AlphaTauri to the midfield with the young duo of Nick de Vries and Yuki Tsunoda. Andreas Seidl is currently the team principal of McLaren, and it goes without saying that the team had the worst season ever since Zach Brown took the reins in 2019. Going from a best-of-the-rest team in 2020, McLaren is currently in a state that isn't very pleasant, and Norris is constantly taking shots at the team for the lack of performance. As a result, the media has begun to speculate about him joining Ferrari in 2023, and what goes into this narrative is that he stated that due to poor management on his part in 2020, this team struggled greatly with pace and budget cap issues. However, Seidl is reportedly keen on staying with the Woking-based team and making things work with Norris and Piastri, the youngest duo on the grid, and he has also declined the opportunity that was presented to him by Ferrari. Therefore, with Tost and Seidl out of the way, who would be the next replacement for Ferrari? Obviously, the team is thinking big and has already offered the position to Toto Wolff and Christian Horner. However, these two are in a very good position with their respective teams, with Wolff owning a third of the team and Horner being the chief executive of Red Bull. So one couldn't help but wonder, could we see Ross Brawn as a team principal from 2023 on? Ross Brawn has stepped down from the F1 managing director role and is now officially retired, and obviously this is going to be a huge challenge and adventure for him. A team that has shown potential to win championships with a bit more luck in the management sector would be the perfect opportunity for the Briton. However, he doesn't feel this way, and he's obviously declined the opportunity that was presented to him. I'd moved away from wanting to be part of a team. I decided I'd done enough of that. This was the only thing that could have possibly appealed. Now was the right time for me to retire. Let's see what Binotto has to say about his backing down from Ferrari, a decision that, although kind of expected, has shocked the world due to the fact that Ferrari were the ones that denied anything happening in this direction. With the regard that this entails, I have decided to conclude my collaboration with Ferrari. I am leaving a company that I love, which I have been a part of for 28 years, with the serenity that comes from the conviction that I have made every effort to achieve the objectives set. I leave a united and growing team, a strong team, ready, I'm sure, to achieve the highest goals, to which I wish all the best for the future. I think it is right to take this step at this time, as hard as this decision has been for me. I would like to thank all the people at the Gestion Sportiva who have shared this journey with me, made up of difficulties but also of great satisfaction. Obviously, when you have a superstar like Leclerc, you are bound to make decisions that are going to satisfy his needs. But is sacking Binotto enough? The team has struggled a lot with a variety of decisions regarding the shot calling and the strategy for race day, which, to be honest, aren't really under Binotto's jurisdiction. Still, the team is due to make some changes regarding this matter if they want to see some success in 2023. But how did they react to Binotto's statement and decision to leave the team? Obviously, there was a bit of drama regarding Benetton Vigna accepting the resignation of Binotto, which would have been a truly dramatic outcome of this whole situation. However, it appears that the team is ready to move on and put someone else in his place, as Vigna has accepted Binotto's resignation without hesitation, adding, "I would like to thank Mattia for his great contributions over 28 years with Ferrari, and particularly for leading the team back to a position of competitiveness during this past year. As a result, we are in a strong position to renew our challenge, above all for our amazing fans around the world, to win the ultimate prize in motorsport. Everyone here at the Scuderia and in the wider Ferrari community wishes Mattia well for the future." It goes without saying that Binotto wasn't capable of handling the championship's pressure on his back. However, he isn't the only one to be blamed for Ferrari's failure to capitalize on the championship season. Obviously, there are numerous challenges that need to be made in the team's shot calling and strategy positions. As for Binotto, he has reportedly received offers from teams like Aston Martin and Alpine, and it would be really delightful to see him succeed in another team, showing that he wasn't the problem at Ferrari. What do you think is next for the Maranello team? Do you think that they've made the right decision to accept Binotto's resignation? What's even more important, who do you think will replace him? Let us know in the comments section down below.